Welcome to On Air. I'm your host, Marcus Vadas. We're back here at Postmodern Studios in Irvine, California, and we got our friend Jim back. He was gone last week. Yeah, Jim. Boom. Jim,
No.
Right here, dude. You missed it, and I got it for you. We got two cool guests this week. Sullen Clothing, the guys who started Sullen Clothing. If you haven't heard of the company, it's because you ain't hardcore enough. So let's go ahead and meet our guys. Jeremy, thanks for coming down. Ryan, good to have you on board, buddy. So why don't you guys go ahead and give me the history of Sullen Clothing. How'd you guys get your start?
Started it off in our small apartment in Huntington Beach, Alabama and Indianapolis. The two of us started in 2001 with what, 3 t-shirts?
And this is back in 2001.
2001. Actually came out with stickers first, came out with a few t-shirts, and sold $36,000 worth of t-shirts out of our apartment the first year, just kind of
nice
to friends of friends of friends, and kind of underground little movement going on. And
what was the brand back then?
It took us a while to find our footing as far as where we wanted to go aesthetically with it. And so for the first few years we kind of struggled with whether we were, because back then the whole art-driven t-shirt thing really hadn't hit off yet. It was still very logo-driven. It was all very small hits.
So what are your backgrounds? I mean, what background do you come from? You guys wanted to start a clothing company. I mean, were you guys artists? Were you a marketing guy? I mean, how did it?
I was a marketing guy. You know, I helped promote some events locally around Orange County, communications major, and this guy has been a tattoo artist for the last 12 years.
Yeah, I started tattooing in '96, and I had back problems, and so after about 3 years of tattooing professionally, I just knew that there wasn't something I could do long term, so I kind of started looking at my options. And
people don't realize it's kind of a physical deal when
really
you're tattooing for hours and hours, standing over somebody.
Exactly, and I mean, not every position is comfortable.
Yeah.
So I decided to go to art school in Pasadena, and that's kind of where I learned all my
Art Center?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I went to Art Center and kind of honed in on all my illustration. As soon as I graduated, I moved back to Huntington to really pursue, because I couldn't really art direct a clothing brand and be in Pasadena, so I moved down to Huntington Beach to be closer to these guys, and then really worked 2 jobs for 5 years, you know, building websites during the day, and then at 5 o'clock I'd go over to his house and we would like try to build Sullen at night, and you know, that's how we did it with no money for forever.
So tell me a little bit more. You were talking about some of the collaboration that you do more on the artistic side. Tell me about kind of the collaboration, how you come up with the artwork.
Well, the collaboration, to go all the way back, started through tattooing with Art Fusion, which is kind of big. That's been in Paul Booth kind of created art fusion within the tattoo industry, where artists would work together on a single piece of art and then display it as a finished piece. So what we started to do was we would bring artists in-house. We would set up 2 pieces of art or 3 pieces, however many artists were there, and then we would each work on a piece for about 20 minutes, and then we would swap them. And throughout the course of a few hours or a day, we would get finished pieces that then we would turn into t-shirt designs. So as much as we tried in the beginning to make them exist as 2 separate artists, they always ended up looking like one person did it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool in its own sense, but no one really knew that it was a collaborative piece. And then we took it a step further and started reaching out to people outside our circle, and started doing brand collaborations. And we did our first ever brand collaboration with Heart and Huntington, which is another clothing line. And I reached out to Carrie Hart and their art director, and I started a piece and then emailed it to their art director, and then he took it and worked on it some more, and then he'd email it back, and until we had a finished piece that we were both happy with.
So now with LA Ink, you guys mentioned you worked with someone over there.
Yeah, I've worked with Corey. I met Corey at a tattoo convention. We actually ended up doing a co-branded shirt with him more recently, and then we also Sean Barber is a really good friend of mine, and he's now dating Kim Tsai, who was recently on LA Inc. as well. And we've done a bunch of stuff with her. We do we produce all of the T-shirts for her line right now.
And a lot of these tattoo parlors are, say, like you were saying earlier, they're starting to sell clothing in their shops, right?
Yeah. A lot of tattoo shops these days are putting a small retail section in their store.
Yeah.
And if they don't already, we're kind of putting it out there, let them know that they can, like, hey, put up a couple racks, and while people are waiting to get tattooed, sell some shirts.
So what are some of the things that you guys are doing right now to, kind of expand yourselves without, quote unquote selling out?
Social networking like crazy.
Yeah.
We definitely got our guys, hitting the MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Recently, a good friend of mine I grew up with, John Bayless, has taken over Sullen TV for us and really growing that and getting out there and, getting interviews with, we went to the Surfer Pole Awards recently, and he got interviews with Sonny Garcia, the entire Fletcher family. We went to Caged Inc. MMA/tattoo convention. They got Tito Ortiz and Fletcher from Pennywise, and It's amazing. These guys are so quick to take their time and do an interview with us, and they're like, "What's up, Sullen TV?" And they're having fun with it, and so
Sullen TV, how do you see Sullen TV? You go to the website?
Yeah, Sullen TV's on the website, and there's a website.
Sullenclothing.com, and then there's a Sullen TV link right on the homepage.
And what is that really to promote? What are you doing with Sullen TV?
It's just a way for us to
our lifestyle,
tell our story, and kind of reach our audience a little more intimately. You can only do so much with like social media or blogging and stuff like that. So, with all the events that we do and all the artists that we work with, it's kind of it's just one step closer, and just trying to give them exposure too. I mean, we work with a lot of artists and musicians and whatnot that people may not have heard of. So for us to be able to kind of
help give them a little push in the right direction.
And exactly, that's the thing, is we like promoting the people that we work with and helping them out as much as they help promote us, because we get this beautiful artwork and all that stuff that helps promote our brand.
Yeah, we have so much ammo too. There's so many directions we can go. I mean, we're definitely action sports. We have a skate team, surf team, BMX, freestyle motocross. We have a couple cage fighters. And
when you say we have, you're sponsoring these people?
We sponsor these, yeah. We have teams, We have a team manager, John Contrell, that that's traveling around and taking care of them. We sponsor like 20 bands. So, not to mention all the tattoo artists that Ryan's doing these collaborations with. So, John Bayless from Sullen TV can go to art shows. He can go to live, rock shows. He can go to a skate demo, FMX. A tattoo convention, MMA. I mean, the list just goes on and on.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of, we're excited. There's a lot of avenues that can go.
Yeah, and then you guys have the Sullen brand out there while you're doing the shoots.
Yeah.
That's killer. All right, fellas, thanks for coming down, man. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
A lot of cool, interesting stuff. You guys go check out SullenClothing.com. You can see the URL at the bottom of the screen. While you're there, check out SullenTV.com. And look at all the cool stuff they got. It's a truly unique brand. There's really no other brand out there that's doing what these guys are doing. And we'll see you next week on air. I'm your host, Marcus Vadas. We're out of here.